Hey friends, welcome back. In this video, I want to share with you an awesome story. One of my best manifesting stories that I think is just so powerful, and it teaches us a lot in manifesting, even myself. And let me share the premise with you, and we'll move on with the story very quickly. Is I always make videos on manifesting, how to manifest, what we're doing wrong. I always make videos on Neville Goddard. And within me doing this, I wanted to make this spoof video, but I never really made this spoof video, but I was just planning on making this spoof video. But lo and behold, that spoof video that I didn't make actually came true. So this is a story I want to share with you. Let's rock and roll and let me know if you like it. I was making the video on Neville Goddard's ladder technique. And I was trying to make the video, I did a lot of research with this, but I was trying to make the video like the most authentic version, what Neville Goddard really taught with the ladder technique, because a lot of things are just hybrids on YouTube. It's not what he really flipping taught. So I really wanted to try to get as close as possible to what he really taught and how he taught the ladder technique. So usually how I do videos, I'm sure you can tell my videos are not scripted. So usually if I have a thought, I kind of ponder that thought, ponder that video, what I want to say. Sometimes I ponder it for a whole day, a couple days. And, then I'll sit down to the video, then I'll edit the video. But when I edit the video, I'm re-listening to it all the time. So that's my process. But anyway, in the middle of me making this video, this is where something weird happened. In the middle of doing this video, and no, has nothing to do with the ladder, I thought about making a spoof video, kind of make a spoof video off of the ladder technique. And I was going to call it the penny technique, or like a penny parable. Like besides like manifesting a ladder, you would manifest a penny, because the reason why I was going to make a spoof video on the penny, because at the time, I'm still in Thailand, but at the time I was in Thailand, I was on Hua Hin. And in Thailand, like you rarely ever see, change on the ground or anything like that. Even in the States now, you rarely see money on the ground. You know what I mean? And especially a penny. Like in Thailand, it's called one baht. It's just it's like silver. A penny is kind of like that copper bronze color. But anyway, I also make this kind of funny spoof video. So when I'm kind of doing I'm kind of finishing up the ladder technique video, I'm already envisioning this spoof video on the penny technique. But then I sat it aside because I thought, okay, let me finish the ladder technique video first. Then after I finish this video and get it posted, I'll do this spoof video. So that's what I did. I finished the ladder technique video, and then I started thinking about this penny technique spoof video, or kind of like a funny video I was going to do off of the ladder technique. It was going to be identical to the ladder technique, except it's going to be a penny and not a ladder. But I was going to do it more funny. And I took like a couple days, like thinking about it. I took a couple days, like how, kind of how I was going to break it down, how I was going to do it. And I kind of sketched it out into my mind for a couple days. And I probably fell asleep in that state too, thinking about it at nighttime. But then when I woke up, I just kind of took a different direction. I kind of forgot about it. I had another idea for a video I thought was more important than making a funny video on the penny technique, pretty much. So I basically moved on and did another video, and then I totally forgot about the penny technique video, this spoof video. Totally forgot about it. It left my mind. And this is the manifesting thing that happened to me. It was kind of really weird. Okay, I forgot about it, moved on. It was like 2.5 weeks later. Aang and I, we kind of felt like just going out driving around. So in Hua Hin, we kind of go outside of Hua Hin and kind of drive around kind of the mountains and stuff like that. And it was really hot that day. So we're driving around, and there's little like mom and pop shops. And there's one little mom and pop shop we know where it is. We're kind of like driving past after we're driving around for a while. And she just said, "Oh, dude, I'm getting thirsty because it's flipping hot and humid." So I was like, "Well, let's pull over where that little mom and pop shop's right there. We just pull over, get something to drink, get a snack, sit down and drink it, then continue driving on." So that's what we did. We pull over at the little shop, and we get a drink, We got like a little snack bag of chips or something like that. They have a little like picnic table there, kind of similar to what I'm sitting on here. So we're sitting down eating and drinking. I mean, I finished my drink, and no, it wasn't a beer. If you're thinking that, I finished my drink. We're getting almost ready. She's still sitting down. I'm standing up. I'm kind of like looking for a trash can, at least throw out trash. But all of a sudden, she says to me, I'm standing, and she's sitting like this, and she points. I'm standing beside her like this, and she points over here. She's looking at the ground. She's like, "Oh, there's one bot over there. Go over and pick it up and hand to me." So I'm standing beside her. I'm standing like right here. So I look over, and I'm like, "There's nothing over there. I don't see it." She's like, "Yeah, there's one bot over there, laying on the ground. Go over and pick it up and hand to me." And I look over again. I was like, "There's nothing over there. I don't see nothing." And she's like, "Yeah, just walk over." She's like, "If you walk over, you'll see it." So, so I'm standing right beside her. So I walk over. I look over at her, and I was like, "Dude, I still don't see it." So she's like, "No, it's right there. You're almost standing over it." So I look directly down, and there's one bot like right by my foot. Okay, one bot is a penny in Thailand. So it's silver, so it was in the sunlight, so you couldn't really see it. So I lean down, I pick it up, and I walk over to her, and I think I'm on this side of her actually, and I hand her the one bot. But the thing is, once I handed her the one bot, it dawned on me. It's like, holy shit, that's the penny technique. That's the flipping ladder technique, baby. That was the penny technique. That was the penny burble. That was a spoof video I was gonna do on on the penny. It basically occurred. Okay, it basically happened, and it's such a wonderful story because, again, when you're trying to manifest, even for myself, when you're trying to manifest big things, you're not trying to manifest a penny, you're not trying to manifest a cup of coffee. Um, but with these little techniques like this, what makes them powerful is it teaches you a lot. Okay, even Neville Goddard said with a ladder technique, and I can say the same thing with the penny technique. If you can manifest a ladder, if you can get the ladder technique to work for you, okay, and the penny technique worked for you, maybe you manifest a cup of coffee. What you have to understand, if you manifested a flipping penny, if you got the ladder technique to work for you, if you manifest a cup of coffee, you could just as easily manifested $1 million. Neville Goddard said this. Okay, you could, if you want your dream job, you could have just as easily manifested your dream job. If you want your dream house, you could have just as easily manifested your dream house. It's the same principles. It's the same exact thing. There's no difference. Okay, this is what you have to understand. There's no difference between you manifesting a cup of coffee and manifesting your dream house. There's no difference at all. And the reason why it's harder, this is what you have to understand. The reason why it's harder to manifest your dream car, your dream house, your dream salary, being a millionaire, or manifesting money, the reason why it's harder is because you're attached to it and you don't flip and let it go. See, every time I've manifested things, no matter simple things or big things, it's always when I truly let it go, I truly forgot about it. Because this is the deal, is once you influence your subconscious mind, it has to happen to you. But it's only going to happen when you truly let it go and forget about it. Bottom line. Okay. Then you can take it a step further, the law of belief. Once I believe something's going to come to me, it has to come to me. I just got to step out of my own way. Okay? I can say something one time and it has to happen to me, but I got to get out of my own way. And how I get out of my own way, I need to forget about it. And that's what happened with the penny technique. Going back to the penny parable, the penny technique, the spoof video I was going to do on the penny. I just totally forgot about it. I totally let it go. When people's done Neville Goddard's ladder technique, when it's worked, it's because they let it go. This is the real reason why Neville Goddard created the ladder technique. One, it proves to you that imagination creates reality. It proves to you that manifesting is real. It proves to you what you think about has to happen to you. But he chose a ladder because, again, most people are not attached to the ladder. Bottom line, most people are not attached to a cup of coffee. They tend to forget about it. Once they forget about it, it happens. They're not attached to a penny. Okay, why in the world do I want to find a penny? Okay. Okay, you got to put yourself in the same state you do manifesting the simple things, but you do the same exact thing, but it's your dream house, your dream cars, your dream salaries, your dream job. It works the same way. There's no difference. Hey, Tribe, welcome back. Thanks for watching that story. Now, sometimes when I listen to it too, as well, listen to it through editing and stuff like that, now I have a chance to kind of reflect on it as well. And lots of times when I reflect on it and kind of think back, it's really kind of amazing how a couple things here. One is once we really influence the subconscious mind, that's all we need to do. Our only job is just truly let it go and forget about it. Because once we truly let it go and forget about it, it's going to happen in our lives no matter what. And this is also true too. Once we influence the subconscious mind, it's going to happen even if we don't want it anymore. That's the second ingredient here. But the astonishing thing is I wasn't even trying. And that's kind of the most important here. I wasn't even trying. It was just a spoof video. I was making the ladder technique, like I said. I was making that video and I wanted to make it really authentic to how Neville Goddard really made the video, how he really taught the ladder technique. And I came up with a spoof video for the penny technique right in the middle of that. I put some thought into it. I was going to make the video, put a couple days thought into it, but changed my mind, went in a different direction of making videos. But then it actually happened and it actually occurred because I put so much energy to it, to that video. I probably was thinking about it at nighttime, fell asleep in that state as well, and it happened. And that's what's really astonishing is that lots of times when we want something, we actually try too hard. You understand? And because we get too attached to it. You get too attached to really what you want. You get too attached to your dream car, your dream life, your dream house, your dream salary, whatever, how much money you want to make. You get so attached to it. You're thinking about it every single day. You're thinking about it, or you're thinking about the how can I make it happen? Or when you wake up in the morning, you're really like, oh, well, it didn't happen today. You're constantly looking. And every time I've manifested stuff in my life, and we're always manifesting, that's what we have to understand. We're always producing our 3D world, okay, from our subconscious mind for what we're really thinking about. But every time I've manifested something big, it's always when I just truly let it go, forgot about it. And then it actually comes into my life kind of out of the blue, just like the ladder, just like the penny technique, the little penny parable, the spoof video I was going to make. But anyway, just want to share that with you. Remember, you can join the tribe. Join the tribe down below. The link's in the description. If you want to work with me personally and you got kind of personal stuff, really personal stuff you can't share publicly as well, the link is in the description as well. But other than that, peace out, blessings to you, and I'll see you in the next video.